Dr. Tenpenny, let's talk about flu shots a little bit. In the last 10 years, it's become a must. Everybody has to get a flu shot in late summer or fall, to the point where employers have nurses come in so that we don't have to go to the doctor's office. And the flu shot is different every year, and you know, we hear it's the best guess as to what might be the popular virus this year. Doesn't sound
very scientific,
very
does
scientific,
it?
no.
It's not. And even the CDC says it's a educated guess at best. And they pick 3 viruses every year that go into the flu vaccine. The process starts sometime in January. And how they pick those 3 viruses, that they look at what was the most prevalent virus in circulation in Southeast Asia last year. The trade winds carried across to this country, and those are the ones we're going to pick. All right. And in the flu vaccine, they give 2 strains of influenza A and 1 strain of influenza B. And so those 3 viruses, and they sort of, some years you'll have these 2 will stay the same and they'll change this one, and next year they'll just change this one. Never do they change all 3 of them. Which again, why do you have to get it every year if you just got that one last year? The U.S. government is the largest purchaser of vaccines in the world. They spend more money purchasing and developing vaccines than any other country. The U.S. government. The Center for Disease Control, the CDC's annual budget, more than 32% of their entire budget is on vaccines, and a big portion of that is on flu shots. And it's interesting to me how they don't seem to know the science when it's out there. There have been very large epidemiological studies that have done by a group called the Cochrane Collaboration. They are a scientific think tank group that what they do is they do a review of a literature in a silo of information, which means when they reviewed the flu shots, they looked at every single study that had ever been published about influenza vaccines, including 17 studies they translated from Russian. I mean, just to be totally complete, they looked at all of it. And after they did, and they've done this twice, they did it in 2004 and they did it again in 2006. And both of those reviews came to the same conclusion, was that looking at all of the information, that marketing of influenza was a much more successful thing than actual protection of the vaccine. And they found that in all 3 populations that are now getting the vaccine, the flu shots, infants that's starting at 6 months of age and little kids, the young population, the middle-aged adults that ostensibly have to get it to keep them from getting sick so they don't miss work, and the geriatric population. In all 3 of those populations, they found that the flu shot was no more effective at keeping you from getting the flu than a placebo, than a sugar pill. But yet, many people are injured by that vaccine. At least 70 people a year can contract Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a permanent paralysis. It can cause a permanent disability in the arm. It can cause seizure disorders. It can cause a litany of types of health problems that employers are unaware of. They look at flu shots like it's a vitamin shot. Like, come on in, it's good for you. Come in to CVS and get your shot, because it's like coming in and getting a B12 shot or something that's going to boost you up and make you better. And nothing could be farther from the truth.